Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today is our first lecture about the stoichiometry. The word stoichiometry is taken from the two Greek words. One is the stoichion, means element, and metry means measurement. The study of the relative amount of substances involved in a chemical reaction is called the stoichiometry, and the amount of the reactants and products in the balanced equation, they are called the stoichiometric amounts. So study is called the stoichiometry and amounts are called the stoichiometric amounts. In our daily life, we see a lot of the example for the stoichiometry in which we have to mix the right amount of the reactants to form the right amount of the products. Just like a firework manufacturer, if he or she mix the wrong amount of the reactants, explosion may take place. In the same way, a chemist is needed to mix the proper amount of the reactants to get the exact amount of the product. So this stoichiometric study is important to know the quantitative information about a chemical reaction. Quantitative information mean the amount of the reactants reacting together and the amount of the products producing the amount of the products that is produced. And we can also predict the yield of the chemical product, that how much yield, how much we get the amount of the product. All this information we may get from the stoichiometry. Now what is the mole, atomic mass, formula mass, and molecular mass of a substance? When we express these masses in grams, it is called the mole. So 1 mole of the oxygen atom is 16 gram, as mass of the oxygen is 16 gram. So 1 mole of the oxygen atom will be equal to the 16 gram. In the same way, when oxygen exists in the form of the molecule in the form of the O2, then 1 mole of the oxygen molecule will be the 32 gram. In the same way, if we consider the molecule of water, so 1 mole of the water have the mass 18 gram. 1 mole of the sodium ions have the mass of 23 gram. And in the same way, if we consider 1 mole quantity of the sodium chloride, so formula unit of sodium chloride is 58.5 gram. So when we express the mass in grams, we consider it as the 1 mole, and this mass is called the molar mass. Chemists use a practical unit for counting the atoms, molecules, and ions, and this counting unit is called the mole. It means a mole is an amount of a substance that contains 6.022 raised to the power 23 particles of the substance, and this value is experimentally determined value, and this value is called the Avogadro number, and this number is represented by capital N, capital A, and this A is written in the form of the subscript. So when we talk about 1 mole of the substance, we talk about 6.022 raised to the power 23 representative particles. Representative particles mean the substance exists in the form of the atoms, molecules, or the ions. Just like if we say that 1 mole of the carbon, as carbon exists in the form of the atoms, so 1 mole of the carbon have the 6.022 raised to the power 23 atoms. 1 mole of the water, water exists in the form of the molecule, so we will say that 1 mole of the water has the 6.022 raised to the power 23 molecules. So these atoms, molecules, or ions, they are the representative particles, and 1 mole of these contains 6.022 raised to the power 23. Now what is this mole ratio? When we say that the mole ratio means the ratio of the number of moles of reactants and the ratio of number of moles of the products. Just like you can see the example of here, reaction between the propane and the oxygen, and the product is the carbon dioxide and the water. This balanced equation shows that the number of moles of the reactants, that 1 mole of the propane react with 5 moles of the oxygen, and the product is carbon dioxide, 3 moles of carbon dioxide and 4 moles of water are produced. So ratio of the reactants to the ratio of the product, it is called the mole ratio. Number of moles of the reactants and the ratio to the number of moles of the products is called the mole ratio. Now we can solve the self-check exercise 1.1. How many moles of following are required to manufacture 5 moles of the ammonia? First of all, we will write down the balanced chemical equation, and after writing the balanced chemical equation, we have to find what is given in our question and what we have to calculate in our question. As the question indicating that 5 moles of ammonia are produced, and we have to calculate the number of moles of nitrogen and hydrogen. So this balanced equation, this shows that 2 moles of ammonia is produced from 1 moles of the nitrogen. So we will write down 2 moles of ammonia in the given quantity and 1 mole in the nitrogen in required form. And we will use the unit method. 5 moles of ammonia will produce how much amount of the 5 moles of the ammonia are produced from how much amount of the nitrogen. We will use the unit method for this, and we can calculate it. In the same way, we can also calculate the number of the moles of the hydrogen atoms. This equation shows that 2 moles of ammonia are produced from 3 moles of hydrogen. So 2 moles is our given quantity, and moles of hydrogen we have to calculate it, and 5 moles is the given in the question, so we will use the unit method to calculate this value, and we can easily calculate this. In the self-check 1.2, the question is, the main engine of the US space shuttle are powered by the liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, and if 1.02 raised per 5 kg of the liquid hydrogen is carried on a particular launch, what mass of the liquid oxygen is necessary for all the hydrogen to burn? Now first of all, we will write down the balanced equation. This equation that 2 moles of hydrogen, 1 mole of oxygen, they are the reactant and they produce the 2 moles of the water. Now as in our question, you can see here 1.02 raised to the power 5 kilogram of liquid hydrogen. The mass of hydrogen is given, so we will put first of all our mass of our reactants. So mass of 2 moles of hydrogen is the 4 gram, but in our question the value is given in kilograms, so we will convert this 4 grams into the kilograms. In the same way, in the equation, balanced equation, the mass of the oxygen is 32 gram, so we will convert this 32 gram in the kilogram. In the next step, we will write down what is given in the question. As you have seen that mass of liquid hydrogen is given, and what we have to calculate in the question, we have to calculate mass of liquid oxygen. So first value, we always write down the standard value from the balanced equation, and from the balanced equation we can see that 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 kilogram of the hydrogen, it react with 0.032 kilogram of oxygen, and by using the unit method we can calculate that 1.02 raised to the power 5 kilogram of the hydrogen will react with how much amount of the oxygen. We just use this unit method, or we calculate the amount of the oxygen in kilograms. In this question, you can see that 20 gram of sulfuric acid on dissolving in water ionizes completely. We have to calculate the three things. One is the number of sulfuric acid molecules, second number of hydrogen ions and sulfate ions, and third is the mass of the individual ions. So first of all, we will write down the balanced equation. As balanced equation shows that 1 mole sulfuric acid producing 2 moles of hydrogen ions and 1 moles of the sulfate ions. So in the question, mass is given in grams, so we will also write down the mass in grams, just like 98 grams is the molar mass of sulfuric acid, 2 gram is the molar mass of hydrogen ions, and 96 gram is the molar mass of the sulfate ions. And in our question, 20 gram of sulfuric acid is given, and we have to calculate the mass of hydrogen and sulfate ions as well as the number of molecules and so on. So first we will write down what is given and what we have to calculate. So mass of the sulfuric acid, as we are going to calculate the number of the molecules, so mass of the sulfuric acid equal to the number of molecules of the sulfuric acid. As 98 gram molar mass of the sulfuric acid, it contain 1 mole sulfuric acid, so 1 mole of sulfuric acid contain 6.022 raised by 23 molecules. It is the Avogadro number. And in our question it is asked 20 grams of sulfuric acid will produce how much number of sulfuric acid molecules. So by using the unit method we will calculate this value. So our required number of molecules that are produced from the 20 grams of sulfuric acid, it is 1.22 raised to the power 23 molecules. Second part of the question is we have to calculate the number of hydrogen ions and sulfate ions. Again we will write down the balanced equation, and this equation shows that 1 molecule of sulfuric acid produce 2 hydrogen ions and 1 sulfate ions. And as we have calculated in the previous slide, the number of molecules of sulfuric acid are these. So these molecules of sulfuric acid will produce how much number of hydrogen ions and the sulfate ions. So as usual, the given and required. So molecules of sulfuric acid are given to us and we have to calculate the ions of the hydrogen. So first value is the standard value, that is 1 molecule sulfuric acid is producing the 2 hydrogen ions. So 1.22 raised to the power 23 molecules will produce 2.44 raised to the power 23 ions after using the unit method. And in the same way we have to calculate the sulfate ions. So 1 molecule of sulfuric acid producing the 1 sulfate ions, and 1.22 raised to the power 23 will produce this value. Again we are using the unit method. What we have to know must what is given in the question, what we have to calculate. By keeping in mind we can calculate this. And the last part, we have to calculate the mass of the individual ions. So again by writing the balanced equation we can find out the mass. We have to calculate the mass of hydrogen ions. So given and required particles of the hydrogen ions and what mass of these individual ions. As our standard value is Avogadro number, so 6.022 raised to the power 23 ions have the mass 1 gram of hydrogen ions. As this question shows that 6.022 raised to the power 23 ions will have 1 gram of the hydrogen ions, and as we have calculated in the previous slide, number of hydrogen ions are 2.44 raised to the power 23. So the value we will be calculate by using the unit method, that is the 0.413 gram of the hydrogen ions are produced. So we have to calculate the mass of sulfate ions now. So what is given in the required particles of the sulfate ions and mass of the sulfate ions. 6.022 raised to power 23 particles of the sulfate ions, they have the mass 96 gram, as we have taken it from the equation. So 1.22 raised to power 23 ions we have already calculated in this previous slide. So these 1.22 raised to power 23 sulfate ions will have the mass we will calculate by using the unit method, and the value is 19.44 gram. So by using the simple unit method, by taking the balanced equation, we have to keep in mind what is given in the question, what we have to calculate. First value is always written as the standard value, and second value we have taken from our question. Now what is the molar volume? 1 mole of any gas at standard temperature and pressure occupies a volume of 22.414 decimeter cube, and this volume is called the molar volume. And we can convert the mass of the gas into the molar volume, and in the same way molar volume can be converted into the mass of the gas. Just like you can see here, that 22.414 decimeter cube of any gas at standard temperature and pressure is equal to the 1 mole of the substance, and 1 mole of the substance contains 6.022 raised to the power 23 particles. And in the same way we consider hydrogen gas. So volume of this hydrogen gas at standard temperature pressure will be 22.414 decimeter cube, and this is equal to the having the mass of the 2 grams, and it have the number of molecules 6.02 raised to the power 23. Now we can solve the self check exercise 1.3, that how many moles of oxygen molecules are there in 50 decimeter cube of the oxygen at standard temperature and pressure. So first of all we have to find out what is given in the question. You can see that 50 decimeter cube of the oxygen, it is given value, volume of oxygen is given, and what we have to calculate, moles of oxygen. So we will write down the what is given and what we have to calculate, and then we will put the values. As our standard value is 22.414 decimeter cube of the oxygen, it is equal to 1 mole. So 50 decimeter cube of the oxygen will have 1 divided by this 22.4 multiplied to this value. It is simple use of the unit method. We can calculate the number of moles of oxygen. So other question is, what volume does 0.80 moles of nitrogen gas occupy at standard temperature and pressure? Again we will write down what is given in the question and what is required. As you have seen that 0.80 moles of nitrogen, it is given quantity, and volume we have to calculate. So 1 mole of nitrogen, it is our standard quantity, 1 mole nitrogen value, and standard volume is 22.414 decimeter cube, and 0.08 moles as in the question. We have to calculate the volume for this moles. By using the unit method we can calculate it easily. Thank you very much for listening me. Hopefully you have understand the lecture. Allah Hafiz.